reaction, major return to the Marvel and the universe teased by actor. What did the cosmic culture say about this? And check this out.
Did this Marvel actor just reveal their return to Marvel and Marvel Studios? Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk all things major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much more. I'm your host Chris, and on the Twitter today, some pretty fun and interesting things have gone down. Those of you who remember Chloe Bennett from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and her character Daisy Johnson, or Quake, will maybe find some interest in today's video, especially if you liked that character or any of the characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. As it appears that Chloe Bennett may have revealed her return to the Marvel scene, and specifically an entrance into the MCU. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our other major movie and television news updates happening daily here on the channel. You can also follow me on my other socials, Instagram at Chris M. Rosser and Twitter at The Culture Chris. Links to both of those are in the description down below. So this tweet is actually a bit of backlash, a reaction to something that Charles Murphy said, which I'm not gonna lie, I do find rather laughable. Charles Murphy said, "The best acting on soap opera isn't really a major accomplishment." Now, this is in a thread, quote tweet after quote tweet, of a lot of people talking about Chloe Bennett and whether or not she could make it in the MCU, specifically alongside Samuel L. Jackson, legendary actor and legendary character in the MCU, Nick Fury. So this was his ultimate response, was that her best acting on a soap opera doesn't really count as a major acknowledgement, kind of discrediting Chloe for anything she's done, including playing Daisy in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, Chloe herself responds saying, "Hey man, you seem like a mean loser. Also, I have a strong feeling your tweets aren't going to age well." Nervous face emoji, cool guy emoji. Well, I do find it pretty comical that she puts down Charles Murphy. And no, I don't really have anything against Charles Murphy. I just think it's really cool to see her stand up for herself as a celebrity, as an actress. And yeah, insiders, YouTubers, people on Twitter and TikTok, they've got a lot to say. They got a lot of opinions to share. And Charles is not the first person to do something like this. But, you know, I'm happy for Chloe for standing up for herself and maybe even giving us a little bit more information than she was probably supposed to, considering Marvel is very uptight about leaks and spoilers and things that get out, and the big secrets that are currently being created for Secret Wars. However, this definitely has massive implications that Chloe Bennett's Daisy might be returning, since the argument was about whether or not she could hold a candle to Samuel L. Jackson as an actress. Now, obviously, Samuel L. Jackson is a fantastic actor, super well known, legendary, absolutely insane. But the comment here is, well, your tweets aren't going to age well, which is an implication that she knows that she may be returning to the MCU during the whole Secret Wars and variants, multiverse traveling craziness. Now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did end with some multiverse implications, and there's definitely room, because of the Sacred Timeline having an opened multiverse storyline right now, that anybody from any universe could be transferred into the MCU. So yes, it's 100% a possibility. The canon of it all is up in the air. Many people say yes, many people say no. It's honestly completely irrelevant whether Daisy is from a different timeline or from the sacred timeline. And it's also irrelevant whether or not Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. happened in our universe or in a different universe. The story is honestly a really cool Marvel show. I really enjoyed watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The characters are ones that are easy to connect to, and the overall events would not be that hard to translate into, well, it's another universe, very similar things happen, and it was a little different over here. And maybe the Inhumans can be introduced to the MCU, since we're probably not getting them in our timeline anytime soon, especially since a few Inhumans, like Ms. Marvel, have been transferred over to be mutants. And we're definitely pushing the mutant storyline way before we're going to be getting the Inhumans storyline, all of which is completely okay. But the most exciting part from this tweet isn't the backlash to an insider or Chloe standing up for herself. It is her basically confirming for us that she's going to come back. She's going to be alongside maybe Samuel L. Jackson as well as others for what I would only be able to presume is Secret Wars. Now, what do we know about Secret Wars? Well, honestly, a lot. And even though it's way out there and after Kang Dynasty, we have a pretty decent idea of what we're about to get ourselves into. When Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania releases, we'll have Kang cemented as the big bad of the multiverse saga. And although we all know that, thanks to the events of Loki Season 1 and the explanation of He Who Remains, we haven't really seen Kang the Conqueror in action. And I'm hoping we're going to get a couple variants, a couple explanations of who Kang is, all in Ant-Man, and it's very likely that whatever the situation, whether he's stuck in the quantum realm, or he's in need of other assistance, powers, abilities, he's probably going to win in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, if that means Ant-Man dies, or there's other type of tragedies, we don't know. Perhaps the entire gang gets stuck in the quantum realm themselves, and they're going to need help from the Fantastic Four to escape and help warn the others about Kang. All irrelevant because we're talking about Secret Wars, which will be happening way down in the line and will include anybody and everybody. There was a recent scoop from insiders talking about how, well, Kevin Feige's trying to have a swan song for the Fox characters. If you didn't know, Kevin Feige actually started a lot of his Marvel career with those X-Men, with the Fantastic Four, creating these movies not as Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, but as a producer and as somebody with input to script and scenes. So a lot of his Marvel groundwork, storyline creating, making him what he is today, started with those characters, and they're all rumored and very likely to be introduced as the Fox X-Men from a different universe during Secret Wars. It won't be until after this happens and we move into the next saga that we will be seeing the X-Men from our universe kind of start to form, with the mutants arriving, a new Wolverine casting, etc., etc. Now, they may pop up, and they have already, with Ms. Marvel, and of course with Namor from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But the overall mutants in the sacred timeline of the MCU storyline seemingly is being saved for another day. But since we're expecting to see the Fantastic Four, some of the X-Men from the Fox universe, there's no reason why we shouldn't expect anybody from the Sonyverse, the Spider-Man Sonyverse, or from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and other Marvel projects that have happened in the past. This is an opportunity to get bigger than Endgame by going outside of the MCU and bringing in characters that are already well known. This has been tried by Spider-Man No Way Home, which I think we all can agree was an absolute success. So if Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios are able to find the balance between nostalgia and amazing storytelling, putting really cool scenes together and getting the actors to put their best work in, we could have a triumphant Secret Wars, which apparently very well may include Daisy Johnson, Quake, from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and many other characters. Wolverine's already coming back. We're expecting to see the old Fantastic Four and other X-Men characters, so why not have everybody join, really make a huge, massive story, explain it well, and give us what will be the biggest Marvel movie of all time. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. As always, thank you to everybody who watched to the very end of the video. If you found it helpful, useful, or entertaining, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell. And I'll catch you guys on the next one right here on Cosmic Culture.
Subscribe, like this video. Have a great night. See you guys. Bye.